So let's talk about crypto market. I'm going to touch upon Bitcoin dominance, USDT dominance, the overall heat maps, liquidations, and of course CPI. I'll try to be as quick as possible, and I never waste time. Never waste time in a sense that there is no point of stretching a video. It is not necessary. First, let's talk about Bitcoin dominance. I'm not a Bitcoin dominance fan. I'll tell you very quickly. I have made a separate video about it. Why I'm not a fan? Because I think that now Bitcoin dominance has an added factor of US dollar. Now the money that flows into Bitcoin is not only from crypto, it is coming from banks through ETF. That means that now you cannot rely on the Bitcoin dominance because there is an added extra variable to it which makes Bitcoin dominance as a non-reliable indicator. But I'm covering it because there are fans out there. I mean, whatever you guys like, whatever helps you sleep at night, we'll stick to it. If you look at it, it had a rising channel. It is always a bearish structure. It has started falling, and that means only one thing. It means that maybe Bitcoin dominance has started topping up. The top is in and Bitcoin dominance is going to start going down, which in simple language means that now altcoin season is going to kick in. It is a bullish indicator because it went down from 65.3 to 64.4. Yes, it is a good indicator, but what I have seen is that as the relationship between Bitcoin dominance from crypto and cash, which is the US dollar, is broken. Now, when Bitcoin dominance is going down, altcoins still don't pump, because when Bitcoin is being sold, they're sold back to ETF and not to crypto. So the money doesn't flow into altcoins, it actually gets out back to the bank. And that's why I don't like this indicator. I'd rather like another indicator which kind of tells the same story at the moment, which is the USDT dominance, which is your stable coin. It had a rising channel as well. It started going down. I mean, it went as much down as possible. So the good news is that the structure matches, and matches in a sense that it went to 4.3, which is an important area for it to hold. Hold if you don't want altcoin season to come. But if you want altcoin season to come, it shouldn't hold, and it should go all the way down to 3.8, and then we will have altcoins really bullish. It's right now sitting at 4.3 as we looked at it. The thing is that USDT dominance means that the overall USDT is decreasing and it is going somewhere. Now, unlike Bitcoin dominance, which has two ways to get out to, USDT has only one way to get out to, and that is to flow into altcoins. So if the dominance of the USDT it is decreasing, that means money is flowing into altcoins, and that is a bullish indicator, something that you can rely on. Of course, the whole market doesn't just rely on USDT. You have another big player in the market, which is USDC. That's less than 50% of the USDT, but you can add it to the math. But I mean, it is still a good indicator that shows that, okay, there is still some hope. And this overall rally that we just looked at, it was because of this overall deep dive. But from here, if USDT holds 4.3% and it starts rising, the USDT dominance starts going up, then we are fucked. This was pretty much it. We are not going to go up. We are actually going to go down. After 5 months, we only had 4 green days, and we can start becoming sad again. Anyway, from the perspective of liquidation, I mean, it's a no-brainer. The maximum liquidation that happened was on shorts. The market is now kind of colorful in a sense that I hope that my editor is actually going to show you the real picture instead of my mobile phone, so you could see it in a zoomed manner. The shorts are getting more liquidated, but the color of the market has changed. Bitcoin is red. Some other coins are red as well. They are struggling. I think Ethereum is not red yet. Let me check. Oh, Ethereum is red as well. But I think, but still Ethereum is actually doing better in terms of bleeding than Bitcoin. Right now, Ethereum is down how much? Let me check the real market right now, currently where we are sitting. Just give me a second. There is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is down 4.7%, Ethereum is down 2.2%. So Ethereum is still doing better than Bitcoin at the moment. So the bleeding is not as bad as Bitcoin's bleeding. So while it is red, it's not that red. Other than that, if we talk about the liquidations, I didn't come on time. I'm not talking about anything sexual. I'm talking about making video on time. We had this heat map, and this was when 13th of July. I didn't do a market update. I actually got busy. Today is 15. I'm doing it now. We had this heat map. We had liquidation up there. We had liquidation down there. It could have touched any, and it would have picked a direction. And guess what the hell happened? It actually went and it grabbed both of the liquidations. It ate from both sides. So the good news is that it took the first part, and now as it is sitting at 117, it took this part as well. So it managed to liquidate both the bulls and the bears at the same time. And as you can see, this is the liquidation map, and you can see the overall disaster. I mean, this is a bit technical. It doesn't matter. It's a fancy thing to show. You don't need to understand this. This is not something that is going to affect you. But the overall thing is, people who enter into the market with positions of longs, they were the ones who lost. And of course, shorts are the ones who had targets of 115 as a short, as a 120 as a short, 121. I think this overall pump towards 123 has liquidated a lot of people. That's the overall situation with Bitcoin. But I think everything from here depends on one thing, and that is Bitcoin's price, as I touched upon that in Bitcoin's video. If Bitcoin goes below 110, I think we are done with the upward journey. You should prepare for the bear market prices where we are sitting anyway. You should prepare for 102,500, and after that towards 70K. It is going to be painful, but I think that till September we will be in that position. But if Bitcoin actually wants to stay bullish, it shouldn't lose this range of 110 to 120. It shouldn't go below 110 for more than 2 days. And of course, from the perspective of dominance, USDT dominance shouldn't stay here at 4.3. It shouldn't increase. It should actually continue to go down. If more and more people are going into USDT, they're holding stable coin instead of altcoins, that shows that the market is in fear, turmoil, and uncertainty. It shows that people don't want to invest. They rather want to wait on the sidelines for bigger crashes. And that's what basically that indicator shows. And that's pretty much it with the market update. I don't think that anything else has happened. From CPI's perspective, I don't have much expectations from CPI that is going to come out today. I think what is expected and what is current, both rates don't matter. I think this overall rates game is useless for me. If you go and watch my video of financial crisis on 5th of January 2025, it's one of the popular videos on my channel. Over there, I pretty much disregarded the rate changes because I have seen rate changes last year, and I looked at it as how they are not having any kind of impact. That pretty much means that rate cuts, no rate cuts, rate increases, rate decreases, all that shit is not having any meaningful impact on the market. And rather, there is another thing that is going to have an impact, which is Japan. And I think I will make a whole separate video on it in the coming days, where I'll use that as one of the indicators for the juicy crash that I'm going to expect, that I'm expecting to see at the end of quarter 3 or quarter 4.